In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to attract and also convert high ticket sales, even when everyone is stressed out about a recession and limited budgets. Make sure to stick until the end because I'm going to be sharing some stuff that most typical marketing and sales coaches don't even talk about. Hi, my name is Amanda Abella. Welcome to Make Money Your Honey. On this channel, we talk about mindset, we talk about sales, systems, and marketing so you can simplify your business and amplify your lives. So if that is something you're interested in, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell because we have weekly and almost daily content coming out on this channel right now to help you not just create a really awesome business that gives you your time back, but also a really great life, because we believe that, you don't have to sacrifice your life in order to have a profitable, functioning business. And I also have a couple of free gifts for you guys for this particular video. So the first one is our sales scripts. A big part of high ticket clientele is actually understanding sales and how that works and knowing how to do it in a way that isn't manipulative or aggressive, but really knowing how to do it well where you're building a relationship with another person. So what I did is I put one of our best sales scripts into a free guide for you, which you can download below. It's one of our most popular downloads of all time. People have downloaded this sales script and they say they've gotten over a 53% response rate when they use it on Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok. We've tested it just about everywhere. So make sure to download that below, because the best way to get high ticket sales is to actually understand sales. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's get into how to actually get good at high ticket sales, how to attract high ticket clients, because we're in a climate right now, and I see this on Facebook. I log in and I see things like, people decreasing their prices by a lot. When they used to charge tens of thousands of dollars for something, now they're putting everything and charging maybe $100-something a month for it, which I understand they're trying to build recurring revenue, but there's easier ways to do this, which I'm going to talk about. Then I also see people really just generally complaining that high ticket sales have gotten more difficult when we're experiencing the exact opposite. Many of our clients are experiencing the exact opposite. One of our clients just landed a 6-figure deal with a corporate company. We have another client with just a few LinkedIn messages is already negotiating another 6-figure deal. So it's not true. It's not true that nobody has money and that everybody's on a tight budget. And I think this is the thing that we have to address first. Is maybe John Q. Public, the general consumer, experiencing more of a squeeze, especially in the United States? I live in Mexico. Things are a little different here. In the United States, at least, are people experiencing more of a squeeze? Yeah, sure, right? But not everybody. And that's why you have to get clear on who your actual clientele is, because what I see a lot of people doing is they're selling very expensive things to people who cannot afford them and will probably never afford them. No judgment, it just is what it is. So there isn't a product to market match. So the first thing you need to do if you want to do high ticket sales is you need to target high ticket clients. And you have to think about the problems that those high ticket clients have and how to actually speak to them and message to them. And again, I know right now the trend, we don't really follow trends around here, but the trend is to basically lower your prices on everything and sell it to more of a mass market and a mass audience. We've actually done the exact opposite. We did that for one of our offers that we're testing out, but we actually increased our prices and we actually just shifted the clientele that we were working with. So, for many years, I worked with more beginning business owners. That's what I did. Well, when we started noticing all these changes, we just shifted a little bit to working with 6- and 7-figure entrepreneurs because they were already making money. They were already successful. In fact, these people typically have more money than time. So not only do they have the means to pay you, they also want to move quickly to solve a problem. So the urgency is already there. So that's number one. What kind of a problem can you solve, which is a high ticket problem for a market that has more money than time? and just shift your messaging and shift your audience toward that. Now, a lot of people struggle with doing this because they don't think they're worthy. That's really all it comes down to. They think that if they start charging more, or if they move, especially in the coaching space, or if they move to a higher level clientele, that they're either not worthy of it or they're not qualified. And I want to challenge you and push back on a little bit of that, because we mistakenly think that it's easier to sell less expensive things to more people, and the exact opposite is true. It's actually easier to sell more expensive things to a higher level clientele, because there's just a different mindset. There's a different way of looking at money. There's a different way of looking at time. There's a different way of looking at investments. There's basically a different way of looking at life. And mindset wise, we think we're not worthy of it. We're not deserving of it. Some people also mistakenly assume that if they move in that direction, then they're going to have to work, 10 or 20 times as hard to make more money, because we're wired with this idea that if we're going to make more money, then we have to work more hours. And the truth is, no one cares how many hours you actually work. What they care about is the value you provide and the problems that you solve. So that's number one, right? Is I had to address mindset first, and I had to address the fact that many of you out here keep trying to sell things to people who are never going to have the money to pay you. So you have to figure out that, product to market fit. And many of you, that's where you get stuck, because you don't feel like you can go for the higher level clientele, or you don't feel like you can command that kind of money. And I'm here to tell you that you can. So that's like the inside piece of it. Now let's talk about the logistical strategy process piece of things, because unlike most coaches out here, I'm not going to leave you with just a bunch of esoteric stuff. I'm actually going to also make it very practical for you, which is what you guys enjoy, and that's why people subscribe to this channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do that. Okay, so from a practical perspective, how do we start doing high ticket sales? How do we even start attracting high ticket clients? Well, number one, we already talked about the audience itself. Now we have to talk about the offer. What do high ticket clients look like? What makes high ticket sales easy? And it's two things. So number one, it's transformation. And the faster you can get it done, the better. Because remember, these people have more money than time. So speed matters. So it's transformation. What is the internal transformation that people are going to be going through? What are they going to be able to get as a result of working with you? How does it change their lives? So that's number one. And then number two is the actual system or process or structure that you move people through to get their desired result. High ticket clients are usually a lot smarter, and they're more intelligent buyers, and they're going to be looking for both. So I'll give you an example from many of our programs, because I always keep this in mind whenever I create anything. So you all know I've been selling our Persuade to Profit sales training since 2017. We've had hundreds of people go through that and get great results. And one of the things that we do in Persuade to Profit is I make it fast, right? So I make it fast in terms of, okay, we're going to get results very quickly. It's structured in a way where people can get results very quickly. We've had people go from zero to a $14,000 sale in 2 weeks. We've had people generate $7,500 in cash in 3 days after joining us. We've had people get 13 high ticket clients in 4 weeks. I mean, it is fast that people are able to get results, and I designed it that way on purpose. So the transformation happens very quickly. That transformation of more money has allowed people to spend more time with their kids. It's allowed people to sell more leveraged offers that don't require them to trade time for money, so they could go spend their newfound time doing whatever they want. It's allowed them to pay off debt. It's allowed them to buy houses. It's changed their whole lives. Then I combine that with an actual system or process for people to follow. And in the case of Persuade to Profit, we teach you how to put your offers together. There's a system and a process for doing that. And then we also teach you our 5-step sales process and the skills that are required in each step of the process. It goes in order. There's an order to follow. There's a structure to follow. There's a process to follow. So we combine the two. In Effortless Sales Engine, it's very similar. Now we're moving into automating a lot of this stuff, so we can build businesses that run more like machines and give our clients back even more time. So what do? We already built a lot of the systems and the automations for them. We've already done it. We've already tested it. And then we can get them migrated onto a software and then just send the automations to them. So there's that quickness piece. We're getting it done fast. We're getting it done in 12 weeks in order to get those automations going, whereas if they were on their own or trying to piecemeal things together, it would take them years to figure this stuff out like it took me. And then the other thing, right, is the transformation that occurs because we're moving them from being a self-employed person, a solopreneur, somebody who's always doing everything themselves, or quite frankly, most of our clients in Effortless Sales Engine are already making 6 figures, but they're doing too damn much is what's going on. So we're streamlining the business. We're changing their mindset from working extraordinarily hard to working extraordinarily smart. So there's the transformation. You'll notice that in both products, there's a system to follow, there's a process, we make it really fast, we make it really easy, and there's also a transformative piece in mind. If you're able to combine those two things, high ticket sales are easy. And then the final thing that we need to talk about is high ticket messaging, because a big mistake that a lot of people make out here when trying to generate high ticket sales is they bungle their messaging. What do I mean by that? If you want high ticket clients, you need to talk about higher level problems. So what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is don't dumb down your message. What happens a lot online, and this is why part of the reason why everybody's sounding like everybody else right now, is that they're trying to like reach all these masses, but the masses are not high ticket clients, right? High ticket clients are just a percentage of the masses, but people mistakenly assume, okay, well, if I water down my message and if I dumb down my message, then I'm going to attract more people. But what it's happening is you're actually repelling the higher ticket client who quite frankly is just having a different level of problems. So for example, we have a client now, she makes really good money. She's got about 40 leads coming in a week, but she needs to figure out these freaking automations and she needs to figure it out fast. That's a higher level problem. We have clients who come to us who are already making very good money, but they're the bottlenecks in their businesses. That's a higher level problem. I don't water down the message. I don't dumb it down. I talk about these higher level problems. And when I talk about the higher level problems, it attracts higher level clientele. And once again, because I've already done all my homework up until now in terms of picking the right clientele and putting the right offer together for that particular clientele with the elements that I mentioned in this video, I've also done a lot of internal work around the, yes, I'm worthy of this, let's go. Then I combine that with messaging, and then that's when things become really easy. Regardless of what's going on in a recession, regardless of what's going on in the economy, there are always people out here with money. And the biggest mistake that people make when we get into more difficult financial times is instead of up-leveling their offers and their clientele and their messaging and their game, they decide to go backwards because they think that's what's going to be easier, when in reality, you're just looking for more work. You're just looking for more work and more struggle. So I hope you guys found this video incredibly helpful. Like I said, this is something I've been seeing all over Facebook lately and LinkedIn, mostly Facebook, a little bit on LinkedIn, where I was like, yep, nope, got to do a video on that one because the people out here are confused. So hopefully this has cleared up a lot of the confusion for those of you who are interested in doing high ticket sales, selling high ticket offers, having a high ticket coaching business. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe, give it a like, comment below and share it with a friend, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.